All right, hey guys, and welcome to Glasswall Sessions. This is the first Glasswall Sessions of 2020. I am your host, Danny Barada, and today I am joined by the August Moon Duo. Welcome in, guys. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Good. How are you guys been? How's classes? How's, things? I hear you guys, dropped an album.
Yeah, we released it at the beginning of the year, August 20th, which is our shared birthday. That's why we picked the date. Classes have been going okay. The excitement of the release is kind of worn off, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. It's still good music. People are still listening to it, which is good to hear.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear what you have for us today, so let's get these mics switched over and we'll get you guys playing.
Victim to pride and a desire to shine brighter than the rest. Desperately try to hold on to what's left, but light fades like a final breath, fades like a final breath, fades like a final breath. Thank you. That one was called Long Dead Star. The next one we're going to do is called Comet. It's a little contrasting. Saw to see. Like a calming endless deer, our paths crossed on a strange frontier. You were here, then and gone. So cheers to the firelight song.
You guys gonna do one more? Or...
Up to you.
Up to you.
You want to do Personal Space?
Sure.
This next song is called Personal Space. It's the first song we ever wrote together, and yeah, and they made the cut. So
It was the song that started it all, but we'll talk about that later.
oh yeah, alrighty.
See if I can remember this.
Constellation of stars, an elaboration of who we are. Think that I am who I am 'cause of you. Some make me look dim, some make me look darker than sin. I am shining brighter 'cause of you. Something's changing, and I can't take it. Something feels so wrong. Space between our hearts, it's the space we know as home to Mars. I am now light years away from you. Oh, Stardust makes me calm. I don't like your cosmic phenomenon. You explode in intense energy. True. Well, I will live on Earth, at least until it doesn't hurt. That's the way I am 'cause of you. And all these changes, and I can't take them. Something feels so wrong. And all these changes, and I can't take them. Something feels so wrong. And I don't need a constellation to tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. Tell me who I am.
That would give me goosebumps.
Mic 1, mic 2, and mic 5. So this one can be muted, and we're good. All right. Well, that was amazing. You guys are really, 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 really good, in my opinion. Like,
Thanks, we haven't played together in 6 months.
honestly, I could not tell. You guys nailed it. You guys did an awesome job. That was really, really cool. So, yeah. So that last song, you said that was the first song you guys wrote together.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what goes into your guys' songwriting process? How do you guys figure out, what you're going to write about or what you're going to throw together? Do you ever just randomly play notes and say, oh, that might be something?
Yes. Oh yeah, all the time. So the way things normally work is one of us or both of us will work on the lyrics together, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not very good with composition. She's the composition major, so she's usually the one, the genius that puts the music to the words and actually makes it sound good. I'm just kind of bopping along, right? And then she'll play it and she goes, okay, here's the chords. And I go, all right, let's see what we can do. And we just kind of improvise until we find something that sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's about it.
Yeah, I feel like our music is very lyrically charged. It's there's always an emotion within the lyrics that we're trying to convey in the music. And it's we go from there. Sometimes I just sit with my lyrics or her lyrics or the lyrics we wrote together. And I'll just try to find the right chords that seem to capture that emotion, and then I'll noodle around with a vocal melody and find something that I like, and then I bring it to her and I'm like, what do you think? And sometimes she's like, this is awesome, and sometimes she's like, can we change a couple things, and then we get our cello out, and that's usually how it goes.
That's really cool. So you guys definitely, you want your music to speak to people. You want it to be something people can connect to and relate to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of interesting because I write a lot of abstract lyrics, and this album was rather abstract in concept, with some of the spacey lyrics, but we still want people to connect with it some way, and so I feel like that's why there's such an emotional charge within the music itself. Even if you don't understand exactly what the lyrics mean, you can kind of gather...
You can get a feeling based off of the notes being played.
Exactly.
And I think that's really important. Music is supposed to speak to people. It's supposed to bring people together. It always has. And I think that you guys are doing a great job at continuing to do that.
Thank you.
So you guys just released your first album back in August. I know that doesn't feel like a long time ago, but
It feels like eons.
it's both. It felt like a long time and not a long time at the same time. This 2020 has been weird. But how was that? How was producing an album? How did that was it stressful? Was it fun? Was it crazy?
All of the above. That album was a 3-year-long project.
Practically,
2.5, 3-year-long project. We kept saying, oh, we're going to release it now. We're going to release it now. And it just, school and life kept happening. And unfortunately that pushed it back, but we finally got it out. Writing the album was a really cool process because we just kind of, I don't know, what would you say that we did? We just kind of not threw it together, but we just cobbled bits and pieces together until we found something we really liked.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of it happened over FaceTime, over the summer when we actually had time to do things.
Right.
So I would pull up her lyrics and get my guitar out, and she's on FaceTime, and I'm like, all right, how about this? So it was really fun, writing it. And I feel we put so much time into just finding the perfect formula for every song. I don't like the word formula. That sounds too mathematical. But you know what I'm saying.
The recipe.
Yeah, exactly. The right flavor. Yeah, that's a better analogy. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, but it was also really stressful once it came to the production phase. And I think, especially because we had COVID,
right.
We did guitar and vocal takes for hours one weekend right before we left campus, and she spent the summer producing it, and I can't even imagine.
So you guys poured your blood, sweat, tears, heart, soul, time, effort, all of the fun stuff that people put into a project, into this project.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of people consider their music a passion project, and I think this was nothing short of that.
It literally defines the word passion. Yeah.
Well, that's really awesome. Now, the last question I have for you guys is, are you guys working on anything else? I know you just dropped this, but...
Yes, we are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
we're going to try and have a single out fairly soon. We're finishing up the lyrics, and once we have that done, it's going to be a fairly smaller production because it's a single.
Right.
But
singles are still fun.
Singles are fun. This one is going to be a bit of a, I don't know what to call it.
It's almost like a summer jam in a way. I know it's not summer, but it's Florida, so
it's always summer.
It's hot.
Always summer. I would call it like that sort of vibe. A little more straightforward lyrically, something that's easier to chew on, not so abstract. Something just like the vibe too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys again for joining me today. That was, once again, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what you guys do with this. Keep going, because you guys are doing awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you for listening to Glass Wall Sessions. Once again, I'm your host, Danny Barada, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.